Well, the aims are sort of fourfold, really. Firstly, I've already touched on the fact that it's a single source for accessing best practice information. Secondly, the Alliance website is going to host an awful lot of information about the environment, about events, about training, and also general news that's generated by the trade associations. Thirdly, it's actually trying to raise the sort of a profile of B2B marketing on a whole, and also the discipline within various other industry bodies like the CBI, Business Link, so that they can actually promote that to their own memberships. And fourthly, we're looking at trying to put together more of a holistic approach to events and training, so that we can actually draw on the expertise of, say, the Market Research Society, the DMA, the ISP, to actually put a more rounded schedule and programme of events together. The selection process for the associations was fairly straightforward. The first steps were actually driven by the DMA's B2B committee, where we actually drew out the B2B landscape. Now, it was a sort of it was important when we did this that it was a landscape which was representative of the sector, but also was achievable in terms of contacting to get best practice content in. Once we actually had that landscape, we looked within the DMA to see where we could actually access best practice information. And I have to say, even in certain of the B2B councils within the DMA, they had to regenerate some best practice which was dedicated B2B. Once we actually populated the landscape with the DMA content, we then looked at other key industry associations, such as the Market Research for Research, the ISP for Sales Promotion, the IAB for the interactive side of things, to actually populate that with the key trade associations that represent that sector within the industry. We will involve commercial parties in phase 2. We've literally just completed phase 1 of the initiative, which was to get the building blocks in place, those building blocks being those key trade associations. But phase 2 will be bringing on more trade associations, and we're already in discussions with a number of them. And then also within that phase 2 process will be to approach commercial associations, in particular media partners. But that in itself throws up a number of issues. There are B2B journals that do a very good job doing a general coverage within the sector, but a number of the trade associations also have their own publications, and there are also a number of commercial publications that have lent their name to a trade association. Therefore, for an even playing field to happen, this is on the agenda for the next meeting in phase 2.